Our next inductee is Mr. Tom Henderson. Henderson.
Thank you, John. Thank you, Mary, for that A- in speech. You know, I had her as a student my 3rd year of school. Doesn't she look good for 9 years old? You know, this is one of the finest moments of my life. When I was informed by Don Harris of my selection into the Hall of Fame, he asked if I would be able to be here. Why would anybody want to leave Arizona in January when the temperature's 70 degrees out and come up to this? I can tell you why. I love this school. I really do. 3 days ago, I was playing golf in shorts and a short sleeve shirt. The day I went out, I only had on a sweater, a shirt, and a jacket. What the heck? I want to thank the selection committee and all the individuals who put this weekend together, because this is a fantastic situation. I feel fortunate to have taught at Ottawa High School at the time that I did. I started in 1954 and coached until 2000. Matt Ray Shannon was our superintendent when I began teaching and coaching at OHS. He was an outstanding leader who expected excellence, and most of the time he got it. And I think his expectations rubbed off on many of the teachers, and certainly on some of the students. He spent long hours at the school. He worked hard. I remember if we went by the school at 9:30 at night, we'd look up and the light would be on in his office. That made you think, I have to work like that too. Gil Love was our athletic director at the time that I came, and I can still remember the first day at OHS. I'm just a young kid. I'm scared to death. I'm walking down the passageway that we took on the way over from the cafeteria, and this gentleman sees me and says, "Hi, Tom, how you doing?" We had never met. And I was with Art Adams, and I asked Art, "Who is that man?" He said, "That's Gil Love." And I'm like, God, Gil Love? I mean, he was a legend. What a way to make a young teacher to feel welcome. That's the type of people we had at our school at that time. I coached with some really great guys. Dean Riley, Gary Vansel, and Jim Harrison basketball. Two of them are here tonight, and one was honored last year in the Hall of Fame. Lau Gunter was my assistant for many years in tennis. He was so important to our program. I mean, we spent hours together in the summer, fall, spring, working with our players. We could not have done the things we did without working together. I will always consider these men among my very best friends. When I come back to Ottawa, I try to see every one of them. Some of them come out to Arizona. We usually get together, and it's something I look forward to. You know, teaching and coaching is not always a joy. There are bad days. Some days in the classroom, you think, my God, did that medicine go bad? Some days in the athletic field, you lose a close game. One that maybe you should have won. And then you have to go home, and your family gets to put up with you. My son, Tom, and my wife, Lynn, they're here somewhere. They're two of the people who really put up with me a lot. Would you stand up, please? I'm not sure where they are. The student athletes whom I coached were really outstanding young men and women. A huge percentage of them graduated from college. You know, I lost track of the number, but I know in the first 25 years I coached, all but one student, all but one tennis player went to college. And I just thought that was outstanding. A large percentage of them graduated from college. I think somewhere over 90%. One year, our top 6 girls on our tennis team had a cumulative grade point average of 4.0. If you know what that is, that's a straight A. I mean, that's the type of athlete we have. And with those kind of athletes, how can you not have success? We try to teach our players to work hard, compete, and play ethically. In other words, play within the rules of the game. We hope we succeeded in most cases. Because of that, that's what kept me coaching for 47 years at Ottawa High School. And I think if I were still here, I'd still try to coach. That's how much I love the school, that's how much I enjoy doing the job. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr.